Here we go. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? It is storming and tornado watching and all kinds of stuff over here. But I honestly feel like, hey, I honestly feel like it's a part of a cleanse. Honestly, that's what it feels like. This storm that's happening right now, it feels like a cleanse to me. It feels like a cleanse. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Oh Lord, oh Lord, please be safe if you are in the storm in the in Baltimore or the surrounding areas. Get somewhere and sit down. Speaking of getting somewhere, I am hosting I am hosting a talk next week about living and moving abroad. If you would love to hear my experiences, ask me some questions. Um, Definitely go to my Instagram at Coco underscore Alexa underscore. Follow me there. That's the same name as TikTok as well. You can follow me there and click the link in my bio and you can reserve your spot. It's going to be hosted in person and also via Zoom. So if you can't make it in person, then you can also join the Zoom. Okay. And ask your questions and do the things. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. This Money Mondays, we are going to be talking about harnessing this Lionsgate portal on August 8th. Okay, this is water. You know, I got to have my water. How many years has it been? It will be 3 years. It'll be 3 years in November. We have been living abroad and it's been incredible. It's been amazing. Um, If you are a black person living in America, I would highly recommend for you to experience living abroad for at least 3 months. 3 to 6 months will like it'll do you good. It'll do you good, I'm telling you. Yes, it's been 3 years. 2 countries in 3 years. We lived in Mexico and we live in Colombia now. Listen, that was always the plan. The plan has always been to move abroad. It has always been to move abroad. It's always been to live abroad. It will always be like, yeah. And it's really been a journey. It definitely has been a journey. For sure. For sure. It's been amazing. All right. Let's get into it. How are we going to harness the energy of this Lionsgate portal on August 8th? Spirit, we call upon you graciously with love and light and for the greater good of all involved and whomever this message needs to reach. How can we harness the energy of the Lionsgate portal? How will we walk through that portal with grace? What challenges may arise? What do we need to be prepared and ready for and open to? What do we need to be open to receive? With love and light for the greater good of all involved. Take what you need, leave what you don't for others to pick up. Let's see what Spirit has for us. All right. Wow, look at this. First card that comes out is the Fool. Look at that. You are walking. Look at this. Look at you at the portal. Look at you at the portal. You're there. Look at. We've been talking about this for a while. Those old habits, old mentalities, old feelings, old emotions. It's time to let that stuff go now. It doesn't serve you anymore. It's time to open yourself up to other things. Okay? It's time to open yourself up for your manifestation. We're getting the Queen of Wands. I am loving how these cards are coming out. What have you been manifesting? What have you been seeing? What have you been envisioning now? Okay, you can no longer focus on what no longer is. It's time. You know what you need to do. You know what needs to be done. You know what action you need to take now. Knight of Wands. I love when we get to talking about portal energy because when it shows up in the cards, it's just undeniable. Like seriously, truly, for real. Look at this. If this don't make this more difficult than it needs to be. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Okay, we're getting the devil. Wow, the tower, the devil. What's gonna come next, Spirit? My goodness. In the Five of Pentacles. Don't let this be like this. You don't need to fight against this energy. If you're a fighter, if you are um if you're somebody who tends to kind of move against, spirit, you kind of move against your intuition telling you like, no, do this, and you're like, no, I'm going this way. If you still are in that phase, I'm hearing spirit say, sit with it for a little bit. Sit with a little bit. Some decisions and some choices are going to be easy for you to make. This is a grieving process that's not so heavy, right? The death card is not here. You know, you knew some, again, like you knew some of this stuff was going to be like, oh, okay, I got to do it. It's got to be done. And it might feel like a bit of a sacrifice. It might feel like you're sacrificing something. It might feel that way. It might feel that way. The Tower card, it might feel like you're sacrificing something. The Devil card, it might feel like you are absolutely sacrificing something. But that sacrifice for the bigger picture, it might be worth it. It might be worth it. You got to really sit with it. If your intuition, if you have a hard time listening to your intuition, if you have a hard time listening to your higher self and your ancestors that are guiding you, I'm gonna have to sit with it for a little bit so you can stand firm on that square and stand firm in that decision. And I'm hearing spirit say, look at this. Ooh, ooh, Six of Swords. Some of y'all are moving, don't want to move. Some in this, like, in every aspect of movement, literally, physically, like physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You don't want to move forward. You don't want to take that next step because you thought you were gonna get to the bigger thing a different way, and now it's kind of like, wait, we're making a bend. It's a little unexpected, but I'm hearing spirit say, but what does it hurt? Mm. Yeah, and it's a beautiful outcome. It really is. And I think, because I'm hearing spirit say, this is why you um need to be open to the process. Okay, because again, you're going on a different journey, and maybe this isn't a different journey. You're continuing on, and you're continuing to be led through, again, this portal that is going to take you even further than what you expected. This is also quick. This is pretty quick, y'all. This is going through that portal and feeling like whoosh, like literally like time travel. Like, well, okay, this looks a little bit different than what I expected. Not mad at it at all because it might even be a little bit better. It might work out even better for you, but it just allows you to um really do some shit. Like for real. It's like, oh, that breakthrough. If you've been looking for that breakthrough is through that portal. Mhm. It's gonna be really important. It's gonna be really important for you to be very clear about your manifestation. Okay, write them down. Put them on your altar. Put it under your pillow. Meditate with it. Hold it to your chest. Meditate with it. Yeah, write it down. Knight of Swords. Write it down. What do you want to see? What do you, what seeds, right? You've been given some seeds. You're going to plant them. What's going to be the outcome? What will your garden look like with the King of Pentacles? What will your garden look like? Let's see what this Tower card is. I'm hearing love with this Tower card. I'm hearing love and relationships with this Tower card. Spirit, what is it? What do the folks need to know about love and relationships? What is it? Let's see. The scale is tilted, and you got to make decisions now. There's sixes here. You got to, listen, it's time. This is one of those times where you have to use the wisdom of your past to help you make a choice right now. You have to kind of look at everything, kind of take a step back, look at everything, and see how what you might be experiencing right now could possibly be a pattern. This is the pattern that Spirit's been trying to break you free from. Okay, we're getting the Devil card and the Tower card here. This is the pattern that Spirit has been trying to remove you from. And not even, does like, we don't even want you to have to make this choice. But since you're here, what path are you going to take? Six of Cups. What path are you going to take? I'm hearing spirits say, are you getting what you need? Are you able to provide what you want to be able to provide? Can you show up in the relationship the way you want to show up in a relationship right now? What is it that you need? How does your cup need to be filled now? If you're in a relationship, if you're dating, are you putting the same type of effort? Are you putting the same type of effort into that you've been putting in the relationship for yourself? Have you been taking care of yourself? Or is the relationship reciprocal? And if it isn't, what needs to change so that it is? And if at this point the cup has run it, it's dry, if there's nothing else, if you are like, yeah, I'm done, we're getting the Two of Swords. You're saying, what, I'm done. I'm not getting anything from this relationship. It's just take, 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 take. I'm trying to give, I'm doing the things and it's not working. I'm want to step on another path. We're growing apart, whatever it is. I'm hearing Spirit say it's time to kind of analyze that. And I don't want to use the word analyze, but it's time to make some decisions now. How are we going to harness this energy with the Lionsgate portal? How are you going to step into that portal? It can't be with things that are there to destroy you. Ooh, you've had time to think about what you want this relationship to be. This relationship, it has taken a toll on you with no effort to replenish. Who is this for? My goodness. Baby, it's thunderstorming. It's thunderstorming. Let's see what this devil card has for us. This devil card feels, I'm hearing career around this devil card, which is very interesting for career. For career and finances. So interesting. Spirit, what do you have for us with this double card in career and finances? That's an interesting card for that category. That's very rare. I don't even think I've ever pulled a double card for a career reading. Not, a collective reading. Let's see what's happening. Wow, look at this. Ten of Swords at the bottom. What's happening, y'all? What is going on? Right. I'm hearing Spirit say some of y'all need to, y'all, it's time for you to move on from your job altogether. You know who you are, and we don't need to speak on that. You can, get another job. We don't need to speak. We don't need to go deep on that. Okay. Um, some of you are experiencing burnout. Some of you are experiencing extreme burnout, and don't get sat down. Don't get sat down. We know that you mean well. We know that you're very passionate about what you do. We know that you love this work, and we know it's easy. We know, but you can't burn yourself out doing what you love. You just can't do it, or you won't be able to do it. You're going to be suffering and shit. And for what? For what? You doing all of this work and you working super hard and you're not able to enjoy what you are creating. Okay, I'm hearing Spirit say that you're going to need that space. It's going to be very important for some of you within your career space. And this is, I don't know if this is going to resonate, but I'm just going to allow myself to be used as a tool um, over the next few months. Beware of burning yourself out. You are going to, right, and some of y'all are not going to be able to work from home. If you've been going back and forth, and I want you, right, because I feel like somebody, well, no, Coco, I don't know about that because I ain't going in that office. I ain't going in that office. Listen, it doesn't necessarily feel like going in the office, but it doesn't feel like, look, people just left. They're like, oh no, you talking crazy now? I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Um, it doesn't necessarily feel like going into the office. This might be maybe going to a library or going to a cafe to work, or going outside of your home, but like, right, maybe it's a co-working space or something like that, which I guess is kind of silly, but maybe not. Maybe that's what you've been missing. We are still dealing with we're still dealing with you know the effects of being inside during the pandemic, and what that has done to us socially. You know what I mean? Right. But you might need that. Maybe this is just one day out of the week you go sit in a cafe and do your work. Or maybe you just do something. Um, maybe this is you going to a networking event or something like that. It just feels like, well, yes, the networking thing, but Spirit's kind of reminding me, like, but over the next few months, your home might really need to be your safe place. It might really need to be your place of zen and your place of peace. And you don't, when you cross that threshold of your home, it's like nothing else matters outside of it. So you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about the bills and all of this stuff and all the worry and the chaos that's outside. And it's like your home is really your zen place and it's your safe place and it's your true place of peace. I feel like that is going to start to become really important. If you are someone who works from home and you're like, yeah, fuck that, Coco, I'm going to work from home, I'm going to go from my bed to my desk that's right there on the side of my bed, or I'm going to go from my bed and just roll over and get my computer. You might not be able to work in your bedroom anymore. You might not be able to work in your bedroom anymore because it's not allowing you the rest for you to be able to recoup the way that you do. Okay, the way that you need to. Okay, so you can, maybe you have an office, maybe you've been meaning to create an office in your space somewhere outside of your room to, have a designated workspace. And maybe that's what it is. And it's like, once you close that door, once you put everything away, that's it. Work is done. And you're not thinking about work until the next time. Everything is off. There's no emails. There's no this and that. Obviously, if your job allows. Some people have those type of jobs where they have to be on, but there does need to be some sort of boundary. Okay, I am hearing that very loudly. There does need to be some sort of boundary or some sort of place or space where you can really rest your mind and rest your body. That's going to be very important over the next few months in your career. And I'm seeing and hearing spirits say you won't be able to fight through your burnout this time. And that feels like it is very specific for someone. You are not going to be able to fight through your burnout. You're not going to be able to do that this time. So you're going to really have to listen to your body when your body says, yeah, I'm tired and I don't want to do this no more. Or I'm reading this and I'm looking at this, but I can't even comprehend it because my brain is so exhausted. Or you're not eating. We talk about y'all eating every other day. I mean, every other week. You're working so hard and you're doing so much that you aren't eating, you're not nourishing yourself. So I'm hearing spirit say that this is going to be really important. Okay, it's going to be important, and it's going to be important for you to set those boundaries with your job too. Like, yeah, when I say I don't work on the weekends, that means don't even call me or email me on the weekends either. Like, my phone shouldn't be going off. I turn my phone off between Friday at 2:30, and then I'll turn my phone back on until Monday at 8:30. That's when you got me. But those boundaries are going to have to be there. And if they aren't, I'm hearing spirit say, if you don't set these, if you we go through this Lionsgate portal, if you don't set certain boundaries, you're going to see the effect of not setting those boundaries. Okay, and it's going to start to frustrate you and piss you off because you're like, yo, you don't pay me for this. You know what I mean? They're saying, yeah, so please beware of burnout. Okay, it's time to kind of change the relationship with how you're working. Okay, we've been talking about that. I feel like here and there since the pandemic. Really, it was real big in the pandemic. But this kind of feels very similar. Very like, all right, like, what are you gonna do? What do you want to do? Is this how you want to carry on? Right. These companies need people. They need people. They need people. Y'all, the pandemic took out a lot of people. I don't think we realize really the effect of losing that many people in such a short period of time, what that does and what it looks like. But these companies need people. And as much as they're trying to push back on rights for employees and things like that, things of that nature, it's going to it's going to crumble and it's all going to come to a bubble. It's all going to come to a bubble. I wanted to show y'all these cards. These cards were at the bottom of the deck too. The Two of Wands and the Justice card. And to me, it's like very portal like energy as well. Very portal like energy. Going from that next, going from that, from one phase to the next, you know. One step to the next step. All right, everybody. I am going to jump into the after show. If you want to join us and be in community with us, then join us at patreon.com/conjured at Coco, conjured by Coco, and click the links to join us via Zoom and join the Patreon. Join the things. Reserve a spot for my talk about living and moving abroad, okay? If you are a patron, you will get free access to this event, okay, via Zoom. So, either way, we get to connect and it'll be great. All right. Peace, everyone. Have a great week and make sure that you are manifesting a beautiful, amazing life for this Lionsgate portal. Okay. Peace out.